At the dinner, Porsha says that Dennis was telling her that, you know, Drew was even trying to sleep with him for the beats.
I don't really like husbands right now, by the way, so you may catch some strays.
For what?
Dennis sent me a text message the other day, and he says, I told Drew I wouldn't F her and run me my money.
And he was the one that was like, nah, you ain't got to do all that.
Now
It's
they busting
business.
it down for the beats.
It's a hell of a song, ain't it?
Buzzing it down,
for the
beats.
Buzz it down for
in
the
the
beat.
streets.
Hey, you know me. Like, I like a certain physique. Like, first of all, this is unbelievable.
I've never seen Dennis, so I
love-
don't
You
know
never met
anyone's
Dennis?
type.
You've never seen
No,
him?
I don't know anyone's type. I've never seen Ralph, so I don't know.
You've never
think
seen Ralph?
They are the same person sometimes in my head. I'm like,
Oh my God.
Personality-wise, some similarities
Really?
there.
So
like,
I wouldn't.
in the ballpark.
In the streets,
Bust it down for
on
the
the
beats.
beats,
In the sheets,
in the sheets,
in the sheets,
in the streets, in the sheets, in the streets.
To me, when I see Drew, there's no competition. And I'm not saying that to down her in any way, but I'm saying, like, this is who she is, and she's on that level. I'm like the type of person that's trying to,
Is it a lower level?
get, do. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like that. And they can be likable, which she is very likable to me personally, but I had identified her as one of those opportunist type people.
in the sheets, in the buzz it down for the mother loving beat. You're so petty. No, but that's exactly what she conveyed to me and Ralph.
Wow.
And some of the allegations that he was saying with her, he was a little concerned about the relationship that Drew and Dennis had.
You're telling me that she's out here in the streets?
Do you think that they're romantically linked?
I don't know. I thought she had somebody else that she was dealing with.
Ralph was like, yeah, that furthers my feelings that the milk ain't clean.
We were never sneaking around. That was never, and I want to see this alleged receipt.
So
'cause
the
she
matching
never,
outfits and all that stuff.
Drew, I would be inauthentic if I didn't ask. Are you dating Dennis now? Why? 3 people have said that they saw y'all out at the club. Y'all were booed up.
Stop playing.
Matching. I swear.
Matching?
Were we matching?
you have prom outfits,
Were we
Drew.
matching? First of all, the outfit, my sister-in-law gave me that outfit to wear. Like,
But
it
what
was
did
my
you
sister's
wear? Was it like
outfit.
the same
it
color?
We weren't
Yeah.
matching at all.
I would hope that Drew is not
And I'm
busting
not
it down
trying to,
for some
honestly,
beats.
I'm not, because to be clear, I really like some of Drew's songs.
Yeah.
I don't think the ones that she played for us were her best ones. I feel like, what was I Did It For Me? That's like my favorite one from her.
Really?
Yeah, I love that song. And I know how hard it is to break into this industry. So I want to support her. You know, she's a black woman, a mom, trying to do her thing. I just feel like she went about it wrong.
I've never strategically planned anything. It was like, okay, I'm working on my music. You know, I'm not sleeping with Dennis. I'm not dating Dennis. I don't want Dennis. Dennis is bro.
Dennis is a great businessman. At the end of the day,
Baby,
he got
Dennis
us
gonna
talking
make a
about him.
bag.
That's what you say it's about. With Dennis, he came with the best
Offer.
proposal and offer to your team. But from what I'm hearing, that ain't what happened. It wasn't like he came with the best proposal. You was trying to lay that down for the beats.
Whoa.
I married someone who kind of checks a lot of boxes. Famous, attractive, money, all of the things. With that came a lot of women.
Right.
A lot of women.
Marriage is hard.
Then you have groupies.
So was he cheating?
There has been instances of infidelity. When we got married, I didn't expect him to need so much time to cut his single ways. I will say that. I thought when he got married, I'm like, you're old enough. You know what marriage
Right.
is. Like, we can't do none of that. This is what it is.
Got it.
Baby, the fight of my life.
Wow.
And it wasn't a situation where I sat in it.
Right.
Like, okay, you go do you. I'll be here waiting for you. No, baby, I was on LegalZoom printing out separation agreements like this. You gonna stay over there. And I say that healed. I talk now on the other side because in the beginning when it started in 2017 after he got drugged out of Madison Square Garden. 2017 with Madison Square Garden, that was a very, very rough time. The owner does not like Charles and called security to come escort him out. It was the worst because he was just like, where am I safe? You know, this is where I played 10 years.
Right.
And they did this to me on national television. It wasn't until now I can empathize with him a little bit about being potentially humiliated on national television, right? So now I get it. I get it. And I'm not making excuses for him, but I empathize with him on the humiliation. But after that, You know, I had just had a baby. So we're living our honeymoon life, and he was just like, no, I'm outside. I'm like, oh, you need to go feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And all of the, I like to call throwbacks, started calling, his number's been the same for 30 years. They would call, he would answer. You know, I played in it a little, like, no, this my husband, this my husband. Like, do y'all know he married? And then one lady was like, baby, you need to have this conversation with him, not us. I was just like, well, I've never been married before, you know, so that's how. And after that, I was just like, you know what, Charles, go find yourself. Like, go figure this out.
Okay.
And it wasn't because he got drug out of the game. It was because of what happened to him and who he became after that humiliation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God,
That's
he
a
wanted
major
to know he
crush.
was still the man. And
Yeah.
so it was nothing for him to be like, am I still a man? Am I still a man?
Yeah.
You the man, baby, you the
Yeah.
man. And I have this idea of my knight in shining armor coming to save me. Like, oh, you waited all your life for me. And then when we get married, it's not that. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
It is such a blessing that you guys got to the
Made
other
it.
side
Oh, yeah.
and made it, because I know that couldn't have been easy. But
It was not. And for someone to weaponize that,
Maybe you should be a whore in the bedroom so you can keep your man.
and you don't even know me.
And you can't control
at all.
another grown person.
you.
Another human
You
being.
can't. So your only choice is either to accept it or just let him go and let him
Yeah.
find his way. And if it's real, he's gonna come back,
Come
which he
back.
obviously did.
how long did it take? I just wanted a timeline, because I'm 2 years. Was it longer than 2 years asking for a friend?
Oh, well, we didn't separate long at all. We
See,
didn't
that's
separate
the,
long.
yep, thank you.
Do you think if Ralph pulled it together, you would be open to reconciling with him? Are you still in love with him?
She is. So
I
she
was
wouldn't
at
have
a
said no shit like
point,
that.
well, I'm always gonna love him.
Not love, in love.
No. I was just asking, like, you know, the journey of men getting to that humility and growing. Because I think everyone has that opportunity, and it's some rise to the occasion and some don't. You know, of course you want your family and you want your husband, you want that. But you hope that your husband is able to go through whatever they're going through and arrive whole. Even if not for us to be together, you know, I think it's important for them to be whole for their children.
Amen.
And for themselves.
A lot of that was for our children. Like,
Yeah.
a lot in marriage, just not one size fits all. You know what I mean?
It's
What
not.
works in your household
Does
and
not
I work in my
fly.
household.
That's why I asked that question, because he has to go on this journey, hopefully in the basement. He, you know, I'm hoping he's down
That's
there
too
doing some
close.
real work, but it may
basement is too
require
close.
more of a separation.
You can't
baby,
even see me. You can't see
ooh,
me.
and he sees me in the
Yeah.
driveway, and it's like a whole thing.
One of my homes I'm putting on the market, and I wanted to invite Kelli over because she has such nice things to say about me and Charles at your Bailey Q. I go through the house, make sure everything looks good. I just want to make it presentable so
Yeah.
she can know she had me up. I'm a boss.
Was she good as an agent? Did she show the house nicely?
Here's the closet. Yes. Don't beat me up too bad.
Let me see the pool area.
Girl, it's not done. We have a really good rendering of what it could look like.
Girl, the pool don't have no water in it.
Not Richard Pryor.
First of all, let me tell you something. If I'm coming to the house to look, I would at least have like a nice charcuterie board.
That
You know,
part.
I would have it cool, because, bitch, you know she get hot and I get hot
All the
at this
lights need
point.
to be on.
All the lights need to be on.
The water need to be in the pool.
with a floaty or something. You know, you
Anything.
gotta, when you're
It needs to be appealing.
you
where-
want to sell the vision. I just didn't feel like
Yeah.
she like sold.
I would have even staged it. Was it furniture there?
Maybe like one or two like little
No,
pieces
ma'am.
like this. Listen, we probably should take one of
Yeah.
these over there.
That's not okay.
Thank God I bought some champagne for myself. But you know, I wind up splitting
They
it
didn't
with
have
her.
no snacks for you?
No, girl, you know how they usually have like those like
Is this a
welcome
$1 million
baskets
property?
and like. Well, she said it was.
I'm gonna have to talk to Angela. All right,
What
well,
I'm
we
saying-
gotta help her or whatever.
I don't know if she wants our help.
I'm not into real estate, but
Yeah.
I like a good investment property.
Yeah.
And had Angela even just opened up to me a little bit, I would have loved to have taken a look at
Just
some
take
of
a
her
look
properties.
at it. Yeah.
And maybe I could have gotten one off her hands.
Yeah.
And then she could have had her wedding.
Yeah. Oh.
With everything we got going on with our vow renewal. I know all these houses are in the way, but I really, really, really want to do that.
We'll see.
What's the point of this sister circle if we can't help each other?
Well, I wanted to. That's why, and I wanted to give her feedback, but you know, girl, she takes everything so personal. But anyway, we talked about it. It's not the house for me.
You know, if it's in her budget, she can buy it.
Come on, budget.
Come on, Chicken Shack.
So you met with Ralph?
Why not? This is what this group does.
In
At
the
least I'm not
basement,
sleeping
or-
with them. Also, I wanted to get some tea.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah. What the hell are you doing in the basement?
When I first met Drew, I proposed to her at 3 months. I was married to her at 5 months. She was pregnant at 8 months. So I would say that I didn't really have an opportunity to
whirlwind
really
romance,
know
yeah.
her. But who she's becoming, I don't like.
Seeing as though, Drew got it out for me.
If you look up the definition of lapdog, I think you would see Shamea's picture.
Yeah.
Let me figure out what's going on in
going
your
over
world.
here?
I honestly empathize with both sides. I'm like, he didn't really look that great when he was with Drew.
You were gone for 3 days.
You know what? I'm gonna appease you.
Where were you?
Tampa.
However, I also know that Drew is a notorious liar. So I'm like, how much of this is fabricated? How much of this did she herself create? Like, what's really going on over here?
Shamea's never experienced me lying to her. I despise liars. So it's interesting to have this label, but I feel like it's just something that one of the girls said and everyone got
But it
in
ends
on
up sticking.
You know,
it ends up sticking, like the whole lapdog thing.
I feel like you have to get to know the person for yourself and not try to carry on
Absolutely.
someone else's
Absolutely.
because you think that's gonna give you a moment or, you know what I mean?
It was
Like,
a
I just
moment.
want something to say, so I'm gonna take what
Yeah.
someone else said. I'd like you to bring me a real issue. Someone bring me a real issue and then we can address it.
Ultimately, like, Ralph was basically saying he had never cheated on Drew. The time he took in Tampa was for him to, like, just center himself. Things were on a down spiral, and he just needed time for himself. I'm just paraphrasing. But also, he was definitely, like, adding more fuel to that Drew Ty thing.
God, I have 27 messages.
He was
Who,
definitely
the
like,
basketball player?
he was like, Drew and Ty are a thing.
No.
They were together. It was very much proven, and he really stood 10 toes down on that.
Who filed?
I filed first.
And what was your reason for filing?
She had an affair with Ty.
Is that true, though?
Drew told me herself out of her own mouth.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like it was really a thing. I didn't realize that was like a.
You did, because it was all in the press.
I mean, I did, but I didn't.
I'm like,
You know
don't do
what
that, because
saying?
you be keeping up with the blogs, too.
I keep up with the blogs, baby, but it wasn't consistent enough for me to think it was like a real thing.
What I know now is it came from Ralph behind the scenes and partnered up with someone for them to post it and kind of put it out there.
Listen, Ty is that girl. Baby.
But let me
she
just
might be
say-
that girl. She keeps a girl.
Ty is.
She keeps a fly one.
If you're gonna be with a woman, you wanna be with a Ty.
Of course. She likes a
really,
baddie.
and she got a bag.
Okay, fine.